Good morning. My name is Ellie Blair White, and if you'd like to know the real secrets behind the closed congressional hearing of March 2017, please contact me immediately at buffalostudy@yahoo.com or P.O. Box 31, Big Bear Lake, California, 92315, or phone number 442-285-9854 on an unblocked number if they ever get that number back up and working again. Otherwise, contact me at the buffalostudy@yahoo.com. Expose conspiracy. Drop the final Y. You were given some documentation in your closed hearing, which basically mocked and ridiculed and downplayed. This is just some woman typing in her bed. Well, I am a 7-degree person who worked on a master's in diplomacy, peace negotiating, and military history until the program had to be closed because of security concerns after I sent all the documentation regarding a 6-man Al-Qaeda plot to assassinate President George W. Bush in 2007. Now, I got all that information to the CIA at a secret triple bunker location, included all of the details of everything that I and a additional person who was too scared to respond to the situation and is now employed by the CIA, heard being discussed over and over and over again. And when we got to the point of exact details being disclosed on several major Al-Qaeda players arriving in the U.S. to pick up a certain gentleman, his associate, and 2 more inductees that were anxious to commit this plot of assassination against George W. Bush, I took all of the details and emailed it from a secret government lab to a triple secret CIA location. And the next morning, when myself and the man that I emailed to at the triple secret location, who's now a full CIA officer, and was too scared to act at the time, we're walking across this patio looking at each other, and as we research the situation, the entire group meetings, the history of it ever having been, these 6 men ever having existed, completely disappeared. They were gone. All 6 of them never existed 12 hours after my information was sent into the CIA. So I would say you're welcome, but I didn't even get a thank you letter out of it. And when a certain judge heard of my getting the #1 GPA in the entire world in both business and economics, he became severely distraught that I would become a CIA or FBI agent. And so they planted a ticket that I never got on a car that wasn't mine, at a property that wasn't mine, on my record. And I went to court and won and fought against that ticket 9 times. Only it kept resurrecting and coming back to life on my matter. And then every time I would fill in an application for any agency, it would come back with unresolved legal matter on your record. And nobody at any one of the agencies ever said, maybe something funny is going on in here, because this matter has come back again, come back again, come back again. And so I went down to 5 different courthouses, and I got copies of the history of the matter at all locations, all drastically different from location to location. And the attorney that I'm referring to was a part-time judge in the system, and he would go down to some of these locations, and he would make it look as though it was dismissed, and then later he would revive the matter. And when I went and talked finally, after accumulating all this, to the main justice center, and I asked the woman about what was going on, she said, oh, that's impossible. Because you see, when somebody logs on to a computer, it says who and what day and when and where, and exactly, what's going on with this. And I said, well, let me tell you this. if the ticket is currently, under appeal and different people have been working on it, can you check your computer and tell me when was the last time somebody looked at it, who and where? And she said, well, nobody's even looked at this matter in 18 months. I said, then can you explain how I made certain legal changes a month ago? And those are appearing in the record, and I didn't put them in the record. They're now in the record. And those things didn't happen till a month ago. Yet you tell me your computer says nobody's even looked at this in 18 months. Oh my God, supervisors came running out of the woodwork from everywhere. So, absolutely, I've been under a tremendous amount of persecution. And don't you want to find out what they're trying to hide? Like, why did they downplay my reports? Why did they come on my camera and turn on the camera program and take a picture of me? In case I found out that they had taken a picture, I would say, oh yeah, I remember this one day when they turned it on and were helping me and took a picture. No, that's not the case at all. Okay? I was in the middle of working on a document, and repeatedly an agent kept flashing words across the screen saying, call this number right away, I need to talk to you. Okay? So I was really busy, and I did a few little things and kicked him off, and I kept getting little glitches happening for the next 2 weeks. Like he was elbowing me and saying, I'm still here, and I still need to talk to you. And so after 2 weeks and all these big emergencies and deadlines I had going on, he put the words on the screen again, and I called the number, and I had a discussion with him. Now, he opened up my computer and showed me where it looks like an EKG, okay? Black screen, you got a colored line, and this is where we dip down, and we're watching, checking in on what you're writing. And this is where Russia's dipping in, and they're checking in, and they're seeing what you've written. And where there's 3 lines paralleling, like a flat line, that's where we're both watching you as you're typing every keystroke. So they said, we would like permission to change your IP address because we love this book. And Russia loves this book. But we don't want them to find out the information in these 2 books. So we'd like permission to change your IP address. And I was by this time thoroughly bombarded and abused and blasted with scariness. Okay? So I agreed, and then I said, well, wait a minute. I wrote these books so that I could sell them to you. This one here is 30 years of my life. And so forth. And now I find out that the CIA has, taken these books, and now they've changed the address, so the only person who might want to pay me for them, you block them out. So I have access to a ton of information that I have not been typing on this computer, that they don't know about, that they know about some of the things and don't want Congress to find out. And they don't want Congress to find out other things that they've done to me or other writings that I have or that they've taken and such. There's so much information that it's not funny. But probably the thing that's going to interest you the most is my conversations with the Trump team and what Eric and Lucy and others asked, what they didn't ask, and how I was the one that told them that Russia had 68,000 of Hillary Clinton's emails. And China, they went through all of them too. They decided to keep 25 to 28,000 that they thought were pertinent to them that they would like to hold on to, just in case. There's also some secret trips. And what was the real point of Tillerson's prior employment. And why did he really get picked for the Trump government? And that I'm sitting there being the watcher to make sure the elections are fair and spotting that there's very bizarre things going on in the elections in my area. I have a whole list. And I watched it happening, and I know what happened, and I know how bags were stolen, and I know what machines were tampered with, and how they did it, and how they found out who to steal votes from. So why did they take one document, present it to you in a closed hearing? Why don't they want you to know the rest of what I know? I know. Do you? Would you like to know? And by the way, when I called the White House and said, I'm the one that gave Trump this and this and this and this and this, and I'm putting applications through to the White House and Trump administration through several of these different sites, and I'm not even getting a no thank you letter. You know what the White House operator told me? If you didn't get the secret name and the secret number, too bad on you. And she hung up on me. These people are going to war against people. Not my case, but, a lot of other things going on, where they have no idea what kind of bastardization of attacks they're planting on people. They don't know who they are, what they are, where they came from, or what their intentions are, and they're just, licking the icing off the cupcakes and throwing the cupcake away, not knowing it's a grenade or something. I mean, that's how they're acting. So if you want to know the truth, and all the things that the agency doesn't want to know. And you know what? I know why they're hiding all of that from you. Because if I uncover all of that, there's this huge ass pie over here. And they don't want you finding out about that at all. So, Mr. Trump, you want to find out who's leaking? I've got the Hoover Dam to tell you who and what and how to spot the bad guys and why they're hiding information from you. So please contact me at your various earliest convenience. This means every one of you, Congress, senators, governors, nobody is off the hook here. Please call me right away so that we can get this information to you while we still can, while you still can benefit from it, because various and sundry nasty and heinous plots are being put in the process and will affect everybody. And there will be no secret tunnels or meetings or whatever to save anyone. So everybody's affected by this. Please contact me right away. buffalostudy@yahoo.com, P.O. Box 31, Big Bear Lake, California, 92315. Please get a hold of me urgently, very, very, very soon. There's a reason why they gave you just a snippet and then try to downplay what I know or my importance or that huge pie in the corner that they don't want anybody to know about. So please contact me right away and we can get all your leaks fixed. Just call us the emergency plumber on the night after Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And yes, my name is Ellie Blair White. Blair like in Blair House, Tony's little cousin. Oh yeah, my other cousin was Blair Wade, the Queen's attorney. Yeah, so there's a few of us running around. Anyway, my name is Ellie Blair White, and yes, I was married to the famous surgeon, Dr. Vascular White. Thank you. Have a good day.